And let's see what we have next. I'll go ahead and check off the first module, exterior wall and floor, because we have completed this. And our second module is going to be the terrace. So I see this is piece A1 right here. And it's going to have me put some glue in a line on A1, and we're going to attach this piece, A5. So I have to find A5 in the box first. I don't know where that's going to be, but I feel like it might be in the magic bag, or it might be in the box. These are those plexiglass panels that are going to cover the diorama from the outside. Some little cutouts here. This, I think I'm going to need, I think this is part of the terrace, but I don't know if I need it right now. This gray rectangle is what we want. This right here, uh-oh, it's stuck. Where are you stuck? Okay, that's okay. So this is our terrace floor, piece A5. We also need this lattice work here. Now this looks a little complicated. Okay, so I'm gonna set this down. I'll give you a look at the instruction manual right here. So we're going to need this wood framework here. And the lattice pieces that go into it. So we need 2 of these. This is piece A10. And we need A11 and A12. So this we don't need yet. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. I don't want things to go everywhere because I do tend to lose things. Uh-oh. But this is definitely one of the ones I want. And I need 2 of these for the 2 sides of the terrace. Now, where is my frame? This one I definitely need. These 2 I need. Okay. I think that this little bar, I think that's too long. Maybe that's not the right one. So I need 2 long pieces that are the same size. I need 3, I think. So these, are they the same length? Okay, so it looks like the drawing is just not quite to scale. So these 2 frames are gonna go on the end of this lattice. I really hope this glue is good and strong because I have my doubts about this. Okay, so I have this. Oops. And then somehow I have to put together this cross piece. And I wonder if this is the one. Let's try laying this out. So I think this is what I need here because it's the only one that kind of matches. This makes me nervous because it looks like it might be broken, but I think it's part of the chair that we're gonna make later. Let's go ahead and put that away and hope that it's fine. So we have all our cute little pieces here. Let's have another look. So this is what we're looking at. We have one piece like this, and then one little lattice frame there. So here is side 1 and side 2 with our frame and our lattice. Nope, not that one. Frame and our lattice. See, we don't need this one either. This, I think, is to hold it together if you want to attach it to another of the little rooms. I don't have any of the other little rooms right now, but I might get one if this turns out nicely. Okay. And we should have 1 bar, 1 lattice, another bar, and what this looks like is that little stick goes in the middle. And they're very confident in my ability to gauge what's the middle of something. Hope I get it right. See, that's how it looks like it should be. And I think that should be as tall as the side of this. We'll see if it is. It looks right. Okay, I think that's how it's supposed to be. So that could be okay. I think we're gonna have to do some funky work to make all this hold together properly though. I'm a little concerned about this glue. Okay, we're gonna go step by step though. And we're gonna do this first step. So I have got this little wooden piece that looks like a stone terrace. And I am going to follow this step here. We're gonna spread glue on this white tab first. Let me get out some more of my paper trash to use as a brush. I don't own a glue brush, but I guess if I do a lot of these, I could buy one. That would be a good investment. Do you like to do little models like these? I always wanted to, but we didn't really get them when I was a kid. And it's not the kind of thing you really buy for yourself as a grown-up, or it didn't used to be. But you know what? I'm a grown-up and I want to make a little house. So I'm making a little house. So here we go. Now this glue, I don't want to use too much. I don't want to use too little because it's sort of medium strength. It's pretty good, as we learned in our earlier video, but you don't want to get it everywhere. All right, here we are, spreading it on the doorstep there, trying not to get it on the floorboards, just like in your real house when you're painting. Okay, and it looks like this little notch is supposed to fit. Aha, okay, so the little notch fits around the door frame there, and we just press that straight down. And we're gonna hold that for a minute, but it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because I guess the paper doesn't add that much to the thickness of the whiteboard, but it's not quite flat. And you do have to be kind of careful because otherwise it's gonna wanna push down. So you can see here that I did add too much of this glue, so I think I'm gonna have to let this kind of sit and wait. So let that be a lesson to you. You really don't need that much. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside. Hope it'll just keep on drying without incident, and let's work on these finicky little pieces. Okay, so step one, I think let's just go from bottom to top. Oops, I got some glue there. I am just gonna use it. Let's get some paper towel here. Is this clean? I think it's clean. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna put that glue right on there. Waste not, want not. Excuse my sticky fingers. And we're gonna take this little lattice frame, stick that right on the edge, and we're gonna have to do a really good hold tight because I think otherwise it's gonna wanna fall off. Oops, you see. So what I'm thinking is probably we won't do this whole side at once. I think it's probably best to work back and forth, to move back and forth between the two, and to give those pieces a little chance to get harder. And that way, maybe it'll be a little stronger when we go in to add the other pieces. Okay, so here's the lattice frame on side one. It's about steady. I'm gonna just pop that right there. You just stay there. Okay, and let's do side two. I still got some glue on my finger. I'm still gonna use it. Here we Okay, so we're gonna take one of these little doodads here, one of these wooden pieces, and we are going to put glue all down the row. We need a little more. There we go, that should be okay. Okay, so here's our number one. And we're gonna put some glue. Now here we're gonna put on the bottom and also on the side there. And in we go. So I've got the glue on this inside and I'm gonna notch that right in there really carefully because I don't want to knock that black lattice out either. And just hold that on gently so that it can set. And let's work on this. Okay, so we're gonna put the second bar on top of the lattice. Okay. And I wonder if I can just slide that in from the side and lay it flat. That might be an easier way to do it. I'm gonna get glue on the table. Maybe I'll put a cover down later. Let's try that. I don't like that. It doesn't feel, that's not the middle anyway. It doesn't feel super stable to me. Because I actually think that this little bar here is not straight across. I don't think it's a perfectly even piece of balsa wood, so that means it's not gonna lie flat. Ooh, okay. Maybe that'll work better. I just shave it off with my sticky gluey fingers. I think that might work a little better. So the way that they have you do it in the instructions is they have you build the whole set. They have you build the whole front window first, but I'm not 100% sure that that's the ideal way to do it. I wonder if I'll have to take that razor blade though. Where did I put it? Uh-oh. Not a good thing to mislay. There it is. Maybe I should just go ahead and trim that also, just in case it's not quite smooth. I think it wasn't. Okay, that's holding a little better now, but we're still gonna want to be super careful. I think we might want to glue the other sides in even facing up like this, because I think that might be a less dangerous way to do it. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so we let it go for a few more minutes and we're gonna just try to stick it on because I don't want to break it. So I just want to get it into place. And so we are going to put some glue along here. And here. And up here. And also here. And we're gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna wait a couple minutes. All right, so let's try and put this into place really carefully. And we're going to have the edges sit right at the edge of the door frame. And it looks like it just fits. So it's measured to be kind of exact. So you really want to get it exactly on the edge or it's not going to fit properly. And you notice I didn't put any glue on the bottom. That's because the bottom doesn't fit. There is one little gap in here between the window frames and the floor. I don't know if that's part of the design or not, but when you look into the instructions, it shows you that you do need to fit the sides to the wall, and it looks like it doesn't quite meet there at the bottom. So we're just gonna let it dry like this and hope that it's light enough that not touching the bottom won't be a problem. And there actually, my partner has pointed out, my wife has pointed out that there is one piece missing, which is that one that we looked at before. Piece number A6. You can see right there in the design. And I think it's supposed to fit kind of right in here. So it looks like, uh-oh, we're knocking it sideways again. So I think it's not going to sit quite flush on the window. So I think the best way to attach it will just be to glue on these edges right here and here. So I'm gonna add that glue right down here. Let's go ahead and get that little window on there. Okay, and we are going to let this whole business just sit quietly for an hour or so and let it all dry. And we'll be back to work on the rest of the terrace decorations later on.